So I'm currently at Knepp Estate, 10, maybe 15 miles south of Horsham. Knepp Estate has become famous over the last few years as one of the premier places for rewilding. There's a lot of books written about it. I think a film shortly due to be released. Here's one of the books called Wilding, Return of Nature to a British Farm. And essentially the blurb on the inside cover says, forced to accept that intensive farming of the heavy clay soils of their farm at Knepp in West Sussex was driving it close to bankruptcy. In 2000, Isabella Tree and her husband Charlie Burrell took a spectacular leap of faith and handed back their 3,500 acres to nature. With minimal human intervention and with herds of free-roaming animals stimulating new habitats, their land is now teeming with wildlife. Rare species such as turtle doves, peregrine falcons and purple emperor butterflies are now breeding at Knepp, and biodiversity has rocketed. So the Knepp project has become a leading light for conservation in the UK, and they produce lots of books.
Okay, so those are the, so that's
There's
great.
one example coming from the bookshop,
Until the, there's so many different
the
variables
Book of
there.
Wilding.
Yeah, the stock take is
If I just turn to one of the inside pages, there's stuff on what is rewilding, essential principles. Over the past few years, rewilding has become a household word. What began as the buzzword for allowing nature back into our landscapes has become synonymous with making anything wilder and more dynamic. There's a section, of course, I look for the section on rewilding water, recovering and natural water systems. It's all in there. This is an example of beaver created habitat on the Knepp Estate. So within a few decades, wildlife has been allowed to return to this particular estate, and it's laying down principles of good practice for wilding or rewilding projects elsewhere. Obviously it's very controversial in some parts of the country, but Knepp Estate shows how it can be done. Lots of walks and trails. I'm just going to do a short one today. My feet and legs are smarting after yesterday's 15-mile riverside walk. I'm not sure which one I want to do. I might pick the sort of 3 to 4 kilometre one around this part here, or maybe I'll take the purple trail down and see the breeding storks.